So, it's been a while, hasn't it? In the time since the last zombies video, Eva has ended. Again, for real this time, honest. One Wolfer has become the newest punching bag. I have to decide whether to say no at the start of the video because a copper means my small little hobby could cost me 42 grand and a brand new decade is rolled in. Yeah, no real reason for disappearing, just kinda lost steam a bit. But to cut to the chase, I'm back. So let's just jump into it. Last time we were here, we put a nice little bow on the World of War Zombies experience. Now, it didn't hold up in modern times for me, but I heavily respected it for what it did. Vrucht and She proved to be still quality maps to place those building blocks for zombies, and Reese was where the foundation was complete, and everything just clicked perfectly. At least, for the most part, the World of War Zombies engine created some problems like the jug glitch in Reese, but the maps themselves, free from those quirks, pretty solid. And so, that leads us directly into the magnificent darling son of World at War, Black Ops 1, which I still can't speak. I still can't speak, which brought along a brand new zombies mode. Well, the mechanics are essentially the same, at least not counting map-to-map innovations. They were refined. Knifing is no longer a dance with death, zombie collision isn't as messy, the World War maps were ported and many glitches were fixed, and they no longer use the 24 zombies per round limit. And the maps themselves are potentially the most solid zombie maps of the zombie modes, at least in terms of community opinion. But most importantly, the game launched with two maps. One was a romp through the Pentagon, and another was the map that truly made me fall in love with zombies.
Where are we?
Ven of
Let's do it!
Yeah, let me just get this out of the way. This is gonna be the most biased video on zombies I ever make. See, growing up, while I started with Noct, I never played any of the World War maps until much later in my zombies playing life. Same with a lot of BO1 and BO2 DLC. For me, my Reese was Kino Der Toten, a map I played hundreds upon hundreds of times. And while I did still play 5, Kino was always a guaranteed good time. Sometimes I do wonder if I was the only map available at launch, would I still be as much of a fan of zombies today? 5 was definitely a map I liked playing back in the day, but it is not a good introductory map for zombies. It's quite unforgiving. But Kino was the perfect introductory map back in the day. It's essentially the reason many people, myself included, came to love zombies. But in all honesty, if Kino was in World at War and Reese in BO1, I feel the same situation would have occurred, because when we get down to brass tacks, Kino is so very, very similar to Reese, with very few differences. While Kino takes place in an abandoned German theater instead of a Group 935 facility, it has the same design where there are two paths leading to a power area that loops back to the starting room, with pathways being balanced between tight and open, with a pretty decent training area near the power area, a similar setting in the sense of being World War II, a really powerful wonder weapon, normal zombies followed by dog rounds, and while pack punches unlock by activating a single teleporter pad instead of multiple, it's not much of a difference. The biggest change is really the Nova Crawlers, which can be annoying enemies depending on if you get caught in their gas, but they are easy to deal with. There's a reason I called Kino and Reese essentially kindred spirits back in my Reese video. Now, is that bad? Not at all, especially since it can essentially be considered the tutorial map of Black Ops 1. Having those who lack internet have access to something similar to that of Reese was, again, essential for getting people into zombies. So yeah, Kino is important to zombies, but is it any good nowadays? Well, you won't get a straight answer from me. I'm just gonna tell you how much I love this map no matter how many times someone calls it overrated. It is genuinely impossible for me to have a bad time playing Kino. It has a nice simple layout with a nice mix of open and tight areas with a bloody good training area at the stage that is really, really easy to train at, which kinda describes the map as a whole. Very easy, even with the limited perks with the original 4. Which means nothing considering the only perks worth getting are the original 4. And sure, while you could still have a fairly easy time papping an M16 and pretend you're Tony Montana introducing people to your little friend, also let's just appreciate when Pack-a-Punches did more than just give you extra damage and ammo, you could still go one step beyond by picking up a beautiful, true gift from the gods thunder gun. Now, I could spend the next 30 seconds explaining the beauty of this infinite damage weapon, but I think I'll follow the show don't tell logic. So, for the uninitiated, yes, all one of you, it can do this.
Power! of Dr. Richthofen!
At this particular moment in time, I don't believe I have a healthier or more deeply felt respect for any object in the universe than this here thunder gun. Come, stood in the mouth, and
Yeah, I suppose you can say that Kino being so easy is a fault, but again, if you follow the logic of Kino being a tutorial map, it's fine. I mean, yeah, I could be making excuses, probably am, but I don't feel it within me to say anything bad. I just can't. I honest to God love this map. Let me tell you exactly why. I love this map for getting me into the madness that is COD Zombies. I love when I would slowly get better and better playing this map, hitting round 14 for the first time and feeling proud of myself, because while it may be easy now, that's only because of 10 years of zombie experience. I love yeeting myself up the stairs because I was unconsciously training myself for PhD, and also because the risk of death is a sexual thrill. I love the amazing banging 115, the first zombie song I ever heard that actually felt like activating God mode for a few minutes. I love how this was the most fun I've ever had with friends, probably because while co-op over the internet is more convenient, it will never be couch co-op. I love all those silly rumors I heard about when I first played, like how by doing a certain sequence with the mystery box you get a guaranteed ray gun. God, what a silly, what the fuck? I love the personalities of the original crew, with numerous memorable quotes I can recite from memory, except I won't because a shitty Duke Nukem impression is all you're getting. Sure, you could say it's overrated, too easy, that Horizon is a better modern day introduction to the series, maybe a little too basic in comparison to recent zombie maps, but look, it's where I get to just be this positive and happy about zombies. This old fool have this one. Just this one. Just this once. With that said, once more, I love Kino, and the fact it's almost 10 years old makes me feel bloody old.